Hi, Aquarius. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for tuning back in, or welcome if you are new. And thank you for your patience. I know I've been away for a while, but we are here and we are going to go ahead and do your reading, Aquarius, for the month of July 2022. And we're going to see what do you need to hear, what is coming in for you, what does Spirit want you to know, and anything else that comes up here. Okay, so let's jump into the reading. So Spirit, please tune me into the energy for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Anyone guided to this reading, anyone watching this reading, what messages do you need to hear about the month of July? So what's coming in for you? What do you need to know? All right. So Spirit, we ask for clear, accurate insight, for guidance, for clarity, for healing, for truth of the highest and greatest good for Aquarius. Also, do keep in mind you could find that sometimes the energy could pick up on someone close to you, someone that you are maybe in a relationship with, or someone that's you're very connected to. It could happen sometimes. So just bear that in mind, that if it doesn't sound like it's you, it could be somebody else. But we'll kind of see as we go what comes up here. All right, so let's see. So Spirit, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for July. Please show us what Aquarius needs to know about the month of July. All right, so please show me, Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know about the month of July? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That flipped out really quickly. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Okay, we also have the Hermit in reverse showing at the bottom. So, for me, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this can point to a feeling like we have not been able to maybe turn this wheel forward in our life. I am definitely getting with the Hermit here right away that some of you could find that you are needing to go back within. Maybe needing to work on yourself, maybe needing to really be able to, because it's almost like until we're able to complete something, until we're able to heal something, it can cause issues that keep repeating. And sometimes the Wheel of Fortune reverse can be when we are potentially even repeating karmic patterns, or spinning backwards, we're repeating, kind of like deja vu, karmic lessons, things that we're having a difficult time. There's a level of frustration here coming up too. So somebody feels very frustrated. And I think, again, with the Hermit here showing in reverse, there may be a need to, High Priestess here too, there may be a need to go back within and to figure out, what to do from here. So let's see a little bit more. Spirit, tell me a little bit more for Aquarius, please. For July. Okay, that's too many cards. I just want one card. Tell me about Aquarius for July. Four of Wands reversed. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. Definitely this could be about a home here for some of you. I did see the the Ten of Pentacles I had seen earlier. So it could be, we'll see as we go along, but I'm definitely picking up so far that we are either not allowing ourselves, or there's a lack of stability here. The Four of Wands in reverse, like I said, can be a situation where there's not a strong foundation in a family unit, in a marriage, in a home situation here, or we ourselves are lacking stability. So somebody here, like I said, could be you, could be somebody else, seems to be lacking the structure or the stability, and it almost feels a little bit like it's running out of control, because with this Wheel of Fortune and Four of Wands, it kind of like keeps going backwards. Instead of the wheel turning forward, the wheel keeps spinning backwards. And Ace of Swords here in reverse, there's no solution just yet, or someone's missing the solution. There's someone that's not seeing the clarity or seeing the way forward, seeing the way out. Let's see, tell me a little bit more here for Aquarius. Spirit for July, please. Yeah, Hanged Man, Seven of Swords. So yeah, wow. So there's definitely, I would call this stagnation. I would call this energy not very much moving. I feel like there's not, whatever the situation is here, if it's your life, then you may find that you're not really progressing, but there is definitely a big lesson in this. So it's not all negative, but I do see that there is not movement here because of this wheel turning in reverse. At the moment, it does feel like we need to find a different solution by looking at a situation in a different way. So if this is you, then I think with the Seven of Swords here, there could be a bit of an avoidance of the truth, avoidance of something, we'll see what it is, that is causing this issue to keep repeating itself. Because see how this Seven of Swords is running from something over here, and then they're going back here. So it's like, it kind of hits a wall. Something keeps hitting a wall. This could very well be someone that you are connected to in love, if it doesn't sound like you. And in that case, if it's a relationship, I think this relationship, especially if you are married to this person, or if you are, it goes a couple of different ways. If you are in a relationship with this person, in a serious commitment, or trying to have a serious commitment, there may be some patterns that have not been completed or healed. Six of Pentacles in reverse beneath that, and here's the Ace of Swords again in reverse. So let me see here. So yeah, the Hanged Man is also Neptune energy, so it is definitely a very spiritual process where we have to, again, see something from a different way. The Ace of Swords in reverse is telling me that, again, this is not happening, or someone here isn't learning the lesson. So let me grab an oracle card here to go together with this, and then we'll further clarify. So what else, please, Spirit, for Aquarius can we figure out here about this? What does Aquarius need to know the month of July? It's like, again, there's a level of frustration here, or a feeling of not being able to find the outlet, not being able to find the way out. It's like if you're kind of trapped in a box or something, or like an escape room, and you can't find the way out. That's kind of what this feels like here, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up first. And I'm also kind of getting there's a level of, being boxed in, or maybe even a level of some form of karma that somebody is having to pay here with the Seven of Swords. So, for example, like, we can't get away with something anymore. And that's why I keep circling. That's why, yeah. I feel somebody could be trapped in this situation here for some people. I don't know if it's you or someone else, but somebody could be feeling like they are stuck here. Maybe they're stuck in an unhappy relationship, an unhappy marriage. Could be someone feels that there's not a whole lot of balance in this relationship. There's a feeling of like there isn't enough, something here is just amiss. There's not enough equality here, or give and take in a situation. And then not knowing how to either change one's ways or not knowing how to get out of it. That's why it circles. Spirit, what else can you tell us here for Aquarius, please, for July, to add to this? What else can you tell us, Spirit? What else can you tell us for Aquarius? We have spotlight. So forcing yourself to do something drastic to desensitize yourself from your shyness can help you cross over from shy to superstar. Take the stage and show them what you got. So for some of you, if this is just simply about your own, maybe you feel that you are not able to express yourself in some way, maybe your career, or again, something about the Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords feels like we're not having the way forward, so it's like trying to say something and then the words don't come out, or trying to show who we are and it doesn't come out. That's kind of what this feels like here. So it could be, this is probably a separate message here. If you are experiencing maybe a string of bad luck, or if you can't seem to get your life together, maybe you're struggling financially, or you're struggling when it comes to your stability, there may be a need for you to do something differently, to find a different solution, to find a different way. Especially, like I said, if this is a career message, you may not be giving enough with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You may not be giving enough of your energy, your time, your true, maybe authentic self. There's something with the Seven of Swords that is being avoided. And it could be shyness for some of you. It says if you're shy here, maybe you are not letting it all out there. Let's see, bottom of the deck, we have one of a kind. Uncover your unique brand of beauty and embrace your power by adopting a new perspective. That's the Hanged Man. Even if it does not fit within the conventional mold, escape perfectionism. Okay, so that's what that is. There could be another message here about a relationship. I think there's dual or multiple messages, but one thing that's coming up here is if you are trying to be someone you're not, if you're trying to fit a mold, this Seven of Swords is only running from the truth. You're only running from yourself. And especially for Aquarians, because you're so different and unique, and you have your own very unique perspective on life, and you're usually very different in a good way. So I feel like Spirit's wanting you to embrace that, especially if this is just your life and the way that you are, your career, all that stuff. With the Hanged Man, you may find that you do need to take a step back and take a look at yourself and your life and try to mold it into something different. So if that means you having a different solution, how do I maybe, especially if you're struggling financially, how can I improve my finances? How can I improve my energy to receive more? I think there's almost this dimming and distortion of who you really are, whether you're conscious of doing that or you're not. I just feel like that's what's coming up here. So you may find that you're kind of on shaky ground with the Four of Wands in reverse. Some of you also, going back to the relationship message, you may find that you're in a relationship that is not fitting who you are, or you are involved with somebody, could even be family members or someone who's just not really understanding you for who you are. And obviously that is not a comfortable place to be in. So Spirit's saying that you may need to find a way to really do you and be who you are, even if it means having to walk your own path, even if it means, because if that's the case for some of you who are involved in a relationship or family, then this cycle is not going to stop. It's going to you're only fooling yourself and you're only backpedaling. And so this is why, being you is the best thing you can do right now. Could also be someone that you are connected to, like I said in the beginning of the reading. This could be someone who you're inquiring about or someone who you're connected to. This person could be put themselves in a relationship or a situation where they are not being seen for who they are, and it's like kind of like giving, but what you're giving to people or what you're giving to a situation is false. It's not really you, but you keep giving to it. And so Spirit's going to keep giving you the lesson of needing to do things differently, if that makes sense. Okay. We also have the witch here. So being a witch is knowing that there's magic in you and in the universe, possessing everything you need inside of you to create the life that you want for yourself. Yeah. Some of you could even be a reader, tarot reader, psychic. You could be doing something here with this. And I think that you, even if you're not, you're maybe very spiritual and you're very intuitively aware. And I think Spirit wants you to reclaim, again, your independence, even if that means becoming somebody, because especially if you are not, somehow society doesn't approve of this, or your family doesn't approve of this, or something of the sort here, needing to just be you is just the message continually that comes up here. But you could be very connected here to the universe. And so having like using that connection here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords to create the life that you want for yourself is really going to benefit you, you know? So instead of avoiding, like, it's almost like not looking at the situation from this angle, from that angle, but looking at it head on. And someone's not doing that with Ace of Swords in reverse. Someone is not looking at the situation head on. They're kind of trying to avoid the issue. So this seems like a big, like, avoidance of something here. So, okay. So let me get one more of these. One more for Aquarius. Please, Spirit, for July. We have, stage name. So the right alter ego can help you grow and expand if you are an introvert and give you the freedom to become a bigger, bolder version of yourself. Just be sure to have an off switch. So something about this reading, for some of you, you are in the spotlight. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe, of course, not for all of you, but for some of you, you're doing something in the spotlight, and having to shift, almost like shape shift into a different version, not because you're being false, it's the opposite of that. But some of you are avoiding the authentic truth of you, and that's why Spirit's going back to you being one of a kind. And then we have higher self. So your higher self knows what needs accomplishing in your earthly realm. It will not guide you in the wrong direction. Trust what your body is telling you. Again, someone's not doing that. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed. I feel like this is living a false identity or living a false life, or living in a false relationship, or avoiding some truth. And so the main thing here that's coming up is that your higher self is trying to guide you, or if this is about somebody else, their higher self is trying to guide them out of a situation that is only giving emptiness. Six of Pentacles reverse. It's like giving your last penny when you don't even have a penny. That's kind of, and that's like energetically I'm speaking to, but that's kind of what that feels like here. So your higher self may be really coming through strongly in July. Maybe you're getting certain intuitive nudges, you're getting dreams, something here that you just kind of know that you need to shift into. And again, that goes back to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because the Wheel of Fortune in the upright would say that we are aligning here to this Jupiter energy. We're aligning to abundance coming in for us, fate, divinely led experiences, but it's like trying to swim upstream, and your higher self is not wanting that to happen. Your higher self is wanting you to swim with the stream. So let's see, is there anything else here, Spirit, for Aquarius that they need to know? Sorry, my camera cut off, but when I pulled this card, it's time to be brave. So yeah, definitely another strong indication here that it's time to be brave. It's time to do you. It's time to become this version of yourself. So whatever that means for you, if you need to do something really risky, if you need to speak your truth, if you need to speak your mind, if you need to just shift into a reality that is kind of unknown for you or different for you or scary for you, whatever this is, it is time to be brave. So very much confirming that. Spirit, what else for Aquarius, please, for the month of July? We have, you need some space in a relationship. So for those of you going back to the relationship message, if you are involved in a relationship, if you are maybe even a friendship, or it could be anything, but again, Spirit's wanting you to know that you may need to take some space right now. You might need to take some space to reconnect with your higher self, because I'm kind of getting this message where, especially if you're very empathic, or if you've been avoiding this for a long time, you can kind of lose your identity in another person. You can lose your identity in somebody else, and that's not good, So I feel like Spirit wants you to take some space, take some time, and work with the magic if you're into that. Work with the your higher self. Because this relationship could be spinning backwards for you, for some, if that resonates. What else for Aquarius? Even if you're not involved with this person, like together, for some, it could also be that you are just maybe in the energy of that person, and this is, again, kind of causing this suppression of the truth of you. And then we have holding on way too tight. Yeah, so there is something about holding on way too tightly. Like I said in the beginning, there's a level of frustration coming up in which you could be holding on way too tightly to this falsity. Ace of Swords in reverse, Hanged Man, not being open maybe to a new way of seeing the situation. You could be holding on too tightly to a person. You could be holding on too tightly to a way of being. And once again, I feel like this Wheel of Fortune in reverse is causing this spinning out of control type of energy. Could be somebody else too. They could be holding on way too tightly to the opinions of other people. They could be holding on way too tightly to a relationship. The main message here is just to, again, kind of allow your higher self to take control. So let me see if there's anything else for you, Aquarius. Spirit, is there any other message for Aquarius for the month of July? Is there any other message for Aquarius for the month of July? We have, this may be a time of great change in your life, or you will soon change tracks completely. This could be moving locations, a new job opportunity, or doing something risky. This is a divinely guided shift for you. Take a chance. So again, I think that Spirit's wanting you to know that there's going to be a lot of change coming in for you if you allow it. Because I think you've outgrown something with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You've outgrown something. And again, your higher self here is wanting to guide you into the unknown. They're wanting to guide you into, could be a new job, could be a new relationship, it could be just something risky. It's time to be brave. It's time to do it. The Seven of Swords for some of you could also be strategizing, maybe wanting to, not that you're trying to escape necessarily. I mean, I guess it could be for some people, but it's more of an energy of like, how can I do this? How can I take this path in the smoothest way? Or how can I do this while still maintaining, if you are concerned about other people, or if this is about a relationship, there's kind of a feeling of like, I need to make this change, but if I do this, it's kind of going to be perceived in a sneaky way or a different way, or, you know, maybe there's even going to be some form of accusation about this, if you know what I mean. There's something about that coming through as well. And that goes back to the same message about kind of circling back to this confusion. Ace of Swords, how do I do it? What is the path? And I think some of you have been so maybe immersed in something that you didn't see the way forward. And this is why your higher self is stepping in to show you. We also have, you may be experiencing astral projection or out-of-body sensations. There may be a special message or timeline that you are gathering information and lessons about during these sessions. Journal your experience upon waking. So again, higher self here. Some of you could be very intuitively tapped in right now. You know, you could be getting certain maybe crazy dreams or experiencing, it's almost like you're shifting, like quantum shifting here, your quantum leap. You're moving through realities, shape-shifting for some of you. Something with this stage name here. So write down your dreams, especially if you have really crazy dreams and really significant dreams. I think this is your higher self's way of trying to get your attention with the Seven of Swords here too, and the higher self. And again, going back to the one of a kind, and Hanged Man is Pisces, Neptune. So yeah, you could be somehow like altering your reality is just what I keep getting here, whether you know it or not. And so it's important to take note of those messages because they hold very valuable information for you. And if you're holding on too tightly, then it's hard to get that information. And so that's why Spirit's saying to kind of try to let go, take some space, tap into your spiritual body, meditation. And you could be kind of going through this during a time where, like, let's say it is a relationship or it's something that you've kind of been circling in. During this time of the Hanged Man energy, you could be kind of perplexed because even though you're in limbo and you're feeling like you're not making progress, I think you are, because I think your, again, higher self here, your spiritual energy is beginning to tap in deeper to the essence of who you are, one of a kind here. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of what I'm getting. But you may be kind of like lagging behind a little bit in terms of your physical body. And that's why the Ace of Swords is not clear yet, because you may feel like, why am I getting and it could be somebody else too, like I keep saying, but why am I getting these weird dreams? Why am I getting these, like, why do I feel different? Or why do I feel like I'm not fitting in, which is very common for Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius moon, and that's very common here. So I feel like just accept that, and accept that you could be feeling different or needing to do things differently, and your spirit team is trying to assist you to pull you higher. But you need to see it in front of you, and you need to make those adjustments. All right, so let's see if there's any final message for you. Let's grab the final advice. So what is the final word of advice for Aquarius? What is the final word of advice for Aquarius? What is the final word of advice for Aquarius, please, Spirit, for July? We have storm fields, and we have spark. Yeah, so this is you having to confront the storm, kind of like a tower here. You know, there's a storm within you. There's a storm maybe externally for you, but whatever it is, you are rediscovering your spark. So Spirit's advice for you is the same message we are seeing here, to find your spark, find what makes you feel alive, find what makes you feel full of passion and optimism and hope, and don't be afraid to let go of what isn't bringing that to you with storm fields. And there's a house here too in the distance, and we have the Four of Wands up here in reverse. So it could even be your entire, it could be a few things. It could be, like I said, a relationship, and maybe this is not working. It could be your family. It could also just be maybe your actual home and where you're living, and, you know, kind of your direct environment in front of you might not be doing well. And I think with this Wheel of Fortune reverse, to start off the reading, is this tornado that keeps spinning behind. And so you may experience even some form of, I don't want to say catastrophe, but some form of divine intervention that is stepping in to remove this clutter, remove this energy that you're holding on too tightly to. Because it's like trying to hold on to a home that is falling and that is burning. Why would you continue to live in that? So that's kind of what Spirit's saying. Create a new home, create a new outlet for yourself. And I'm also kind of getting, it's like before the darkness, or I'm sorry, the light usually comes right after the darkness. And so just know that the light will start to reappear for you after the darkness. After you take some space, after you take this time, you will see the situation and your life and you in a different way. But you have to detach a little bit to see it that way, okay? So I'm guided to get one final tarot card here, just to see if we can kind of, is there anything else? And here's the Tower. Is there anything else for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Is there anything else? Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So yeah, I think that this is mainly about something that you're doing either for your career or some form of tangible opportunity or offer that you are, I think it's more so like a talent of yours or something that you're creating. Again, Two of Pentacles, are you going to continue to juggle something that is not even meant to be a part of your life anymore? Or are you going to let that go? Because I think that this Page of Pentacles is being dimmed in the background. Your spark is being dimmed in the background because you're so focused on juggling this over here. And I'm seeing that as the same message. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is dimming the light here. So I'm going to leave the reading here. So I hope that this reading could help Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of the day or evening, and take care. Lots of love.